evening. Tonight we will have a very special guest, Miss Jessie Cross, talking about a topic very dear to her heart, the benefits of homeschooling.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Jediah Dream. Tonight I'll get to speak to you guys about the benefits of homeschooling. The benefits of homeschooling is something that a lot of us don't realize that it's something that the children would have great advantage of. Parents, as we already know, are the main educators. From the moment you give birth, you already have the role of having to guide your children through life. Also, homeschooling is something we don't realize that gives you the full control of being able to have the curriculum of your child tailored according to their needs. Also, the child is not forced to meeting a specific mold, like every child has to perform this way. Instead, you let the child be individualized and allow their each individual skills to be able to stand out. We also have the pressure of standardizing testing. That's why homeschooling is so great. Testing is a good thing. Sometimes it's unnecessary. And more importantly, family is empowered. Through homeschooling, you learn more about each other and you're able to learn about the emotions, about what the likes and the dislikes are amongst the children and, of course, amongst the parents as well. Now, educators for life, it's something that you become the moment you become a father or you become a mother. As educators, we also have that natural instinct as parents that you automatically have. You help your child when they're learning how to crawl, when you're learning how to walk, when they're talking. We find ourselves rearing them, teaching them. They learn the language through us. So we're actually teaching our children a language. So you are teaching that. As well, you also have the opportunity of having your child with you. Because we all look forward to the children going to kindergarten, but we don't realize the first thing they do is get on this yellow bus. And then they're gone for more than 8 hours. Now, we don't know the values that the teachers have. The only interaction you have is to shake their hand, know their name, and the fact that they're teaching the grade level that your child is in. But what else do you know about this adult that is having a great influence with your child? You don't know their moods. You don't know their background. You don't know exactly what is influencing that adult that is speaking to your child and interacting with your child every single day when you're away from home. Also, you don't realize that the child may have a specific need for its curriculum. The child has to be totally enclosed in a bedroom, in a room that may be 24 students. It may be more students. And the child is in an environment that he may or she may not be able to express themselves. So the fact of being able to homeschool, which is so many advantages that you're able to have with it, it's the fact that your child is not forced to taking all these exams, the SATs, the FCATs. They're great exams to know where your child is performing, but when they go to the school system, it's an input-output data. They're not learning. They're just having to, for that moment, prepare themselves, not for their needs, but instead, when they go to the school system, what happens is they have to perform according to what the state wants. Why? Because they want to be able to have funding to their advantage, but not funding to the advantage of the children. Now, homeschoolers, you're able to learn more about your child's learning style. It could be kinesthetic. It could be a child that could be visual. It could be an auditory child. That means that they may learn through music. They may learn more through drawing or through coloring or through writing. They can learn through touching, which is a great way that children learn through play. And they're not able to enjoy playing during the school. They're able to just sit down. They have to actually follow a routine, which is good, but how much can they express themselves? Now, the lovely thing about homeschooling, which is why I'm standing before you, now I'm not trying to persuade you to homeschool, but I'm encouraging you to let you know that that is something you can do. There are conferences. For example, there's the Florida Parent Educator Association. So you have support. You have support from other homeschoolers. You have support from co-ops, which are groups that you can actually join and meet once or twice a week, and you can learn different subjects together. The children are able to interact with other kids who are being homeschooled as well. And then they're able to go to field trips. They're able to go to educational events. The great thing is that you're able to go during the time that most of the children are at school. So since you homeschool, you have the advantage of having whatever location or whatever activity you're doing at a great time. So that means the children can fully take advantage of seeing a museum. It's not crowded. The children are able to go visit different art museums as well, and then they're able to have that one-on-one on learning about the different things that you obviously are trying to get the child involved. As well about homeschooling, as I mentioned earlier, is having a strong family. We don't realize that you're able to walk your child through every milestone, every emotional phase that they may go through, from pre-adolescence to adolescent, from the terrible twos as they're called. You're able to walk with them to teach them not only how to potty train them, but to also have them learn just how to communicate their emotions verbally. The great thing also about homeschooling is that the children themselves get to learn about their siblings. They get to see, what empowers my sister, what empowers my brother. So you're able to be your brother's keepers. So as I mentioned about homeschooling and about how strong families can be, the great thing is the communication that takes place between parents and children. That bond, that relationship of being able to feel comfortable to talk about topics that most likely another child their age they would discuss, and they probably don't even know half the truth of that phase that they're going through. But homeschooling, it's something that you have to take day by day, something you need to ask God for that direction. You also are able to give them biblical foundations to empower them. We empower our children to make them stronger as they have to deal with life. And then as they become adults, we want to prepare them with all the skills necessary to know the different challenges, the options, just the obstacles they have to overcome in life. So being able to be grounded in the Word of God, it allows them to be able to see the situation from a totally different perspective. That they'll be able to see the situation and say, you know what, I can do this. My mother spoke to me about this. My father spoke to me about this. They'll be stronger. Also, the journey of homeschooling, as I mentioned, you have to trust God day by day. But He already trusted you with that child. So as you homeschool, it's already inside of you. It's just believing and moving forward and say, you know what, I can do this. And of course you can. You brought this child into the world. And that is why God has trusted you with it. So as you really consider homeschooling your child, or if you are homeschooling your child, that is phenomenal. Do not be discouraged. Continue believing in yourself. When you think that you don't know what you're doing, know that is what is exactly what you need to be doing. We have different phases with our children where they go through different emotional phases and attitudes, but that's okay. Continue trusting God. So learn about homeschooling, continue reaching out, continue learning about it, and feel empowered. And remember that you are your child's first and main educators. Thank you.